Imagine working harder than anyone else every single day of your life. No complaints, no rebellion, just loyalty. And then one day, someone twists your words, spreads a lie, and before you even realize what's happening, your entire life is destroyed. Not because of what you did, but because of what someone said you did. This is a story about trust, betrayal, and how a single rumor can turn into a tragedy. Before we dive into this powerful story, take a second to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. If you've ever trusted someone and later regretted it, this story is going to hit very close to home. Now, let's begin. Far away from the noise of busy cities, there was a peaceful farm surrounded by endless green fields. Every morning, the sun rose slowly over the hills, birds sang in the trees, and the farm came to life. Among all the animals there, one stood out. A strong, hardworking horse named Atlas. Atlas was the backbone of the entire farm. From sunrise to sunset, he worked tirelessly, pulling carts filled with grain, dragging heavy farming tools through muddy fields, carrying supplies across long dirt roads, day after day, week after week, year after year, while other animals grazed peacefully or wandered the fields. Atlas carried the weight of the farm on his back, but he never complained, not once, because Atlas believed in loyalty. He believed that if he worked hard, the farmer would appreciate him. And for many years, that seemed to be true. But hard work has a price. And over time, Atlas began to feel it. His legs ached constantly. His back felt like it was carrying mountains. By the time evening came, every muscle in his body burned with exhaustion. One evening, after a particularly brutal day of hauling heavy loads across muddy fields, Atlas slowly walked back to his stable. His steps were slow, heavy, painful. He collapsed gently onto the straw. The quiet barn smelled of hay and wood. Outside, the sky turned orange as the sun disappeared behind the hills. Atlas sighed deeply. "I've worked so hard today," he thought to himself. "Maybe tomorrow I'll ask the master for a little less work. Not forever, just one day, one small break, a moment to rest, nothing more." Atlas closed his eyes, hoping for peace. But that peace would never come, because at that exact moment, a pair of small, curious eyes appeared at the stable door. It was Milo the cat. Milo was known across the farm for one thing: curiosity. But curiosity often comes with another trait: gossip. The cat quietly padded across the barn floor and sat beside Atlas. "Why do you look so exhausted, Atlas?" Milo asked softly. Atlas trusted him. After all, they had shared the farm for years. So Atlas spoke honestly. "I think tomorrow I might ask the master to give me a little less work," he said quietly. "My body needs rest." That was it. Just a simple thought. A quiet moment of honesty. Milo nodded slowly. "Of course, that makes sense." Then the cat stood up and quietly walked away. Atlas didn't know it yet, but those words were about to destroy him. A few minutes later, Milo arrived at the pasture where Bella the cow was grazing. The cat smirked slightly. "You won't believe what I just heard," he said. Bella looked up curiously. "What?" "The horse, Atlas. He says he can't stand working here anymore." Bella blinked. "What?" "He says the master works him too hard, and he's thinking about leaving the farm." Bella's eyes widened. "Leaving? That's what he said." Milo shrugged. The seed of doubt had been planted. Later that afternoon, Bella wandered into the meadow where Gavin the goat was eating grass. Bella leaned close. "Did you hear the news?" "What news?" "The horse is planning to leave." Gavin froze. "Leave the farm?" "Yes. He says the master is cruel, overworks him, and barely feeds him." Now the story had grown. By evening, Gavin passed the rumor to Luna the rabbit. But by now, the story had become something completely different. "The horse is planning to escape tonight," Gavin whispered. "He says the master is cruel and abusive, and he wants to run away to another farm." Luna gasped. That night, fate took a cruel turn, because the farmer's servant happened to visit the farm, and Luna, eager to share the dramatic news, ran straight to him. "Sir! Sir!" she said excitedly. "You must stop the horse." The servant frowned. "What are you talking about?" "The horse is planning to leave the farm tonight. He says the master is cruel and wants to escape to another farm where he'll be treated better." The servant's face turned pale. Without hesitation, he rushed straight to the farmer's house. He burst through the door. "Master, we have a problem." The farmer looked up. "What is it?" "It's your horse." "What about him?" "He's planning to betray you." The farmer's eyes narrowed. "What?" "The animals say he's planning to run away tomorrow and convince the others to follow him to another farm." The room fell silent. Then, the farmer's face turned red with rage. "Betray me?" he growled. "After everything I've done for him?" Without asking a single question, without verifying the truth, the farmer made a decision. A terrible decision. That very night, he walked quietly to the stable. Atlas was asleep, exhausted, peaceful, trusting. The farmer stood beside him with a syringe. Atlas slowly opened his tired eyes. Confused, he didn't understand what was happening. And, moments later, the horse who had spent his entire life serving the farm took his final breath. The next morning, the barn was silent. Atlas was gone. And the most tragic part? He never planned to escape. He never planned betrayal. He never spoke a single word against the farmer. All he said was that he wanted one day of rest. But in a world where rumors travel faster than truth, a simple thought became a lie. A lie became a story, and that story became a tragedy. Days later, something strange happened on the farm. Without Atlas, the farm began to struggle. The carts stayed empty. The fields remained unplowed. Work slowed down. The farmer quickly realized something. Atlas wasn't just another animal. He was the heart of the entire farm. And now, he was gone. The farmer's anger slowly turned into regret. Because the truth eventually came out. The animals began repeating the story. And piece by piece, the farmer discovered what really happened. It was never Atlas. It was a rumor, a twisted chain of gossip. And the farmer realized too late that he had destroyed the most loyal worker he ever had. This story reveals something painful about the world. Sometimes, people don't destroy your reputation with the truth. They destroy it with distorted words. A small sentence becomes a rumor. A rumor becomes a lie. And a lie can destroy lives. That is why wisdom isn't just about speaking honestly. It's also about knowing who deserves to hear your truth. If this story made you think, share it with someone who needs to hear this lesson. And tell me in the comments, do you believe silence is sometimes safer than honesty? Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories about life, trust, and human nature. Because sometimes, the most dangerous weapon in the world is a careless word.